Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Kristen. This is my booktube. This setup and outfit may look very familiar, and that is because I'm literally continuing last week's reading vlog right where we left off. I stopped filming the outro, immediately started filming the intro for this video because I am just in a very, I guess I would say, productive kind of mood. So as I mentioned in my last reading vlog, currently I have just gotten back from a really nice long walk. It is finally not boiling hot in Texas. It's in the 70s right now, and I just needed to get outside immediately. It is absolutely insane how much my serotonin spikes when it finally cools down in Texas. I think this is part of the reason why I personally love fall so much, because those first few days when it's in the 60s when you wake up and it isn't immediately hot and gross outside are just some of the best days of the year for me personally, living in Texas weather-wise. I absolutely love it. And I'm not even exaggerating. It has put me in such a good mood today. I'm feeling very optimistic, very productive. This is why I often joke that I have reverse seasonal depression, because I am absolutely miserable in the summertime. But as soon as the temperature drops outside and it starts to feel just a little bit like fall, suddenly life is worth living again. Oh my God. So yeah, suddenly I am reinvigorated with life once again. All because the temperature dropped a little bit. I don't particularly have a solid plan for this reading vlog. I don't have particular goals in mind. I am just in the mood to continue reading some of the books that I've already started, like The Better Sister, and just yap about them with you. I also want to start decorating for Halloween. I know it's still September. I know that there are people that frown upon doing that, but listen, it makes me happy. It doesn't affect anything in your life, so just let me live, okay? So yeah, this might end up being a bit of a chaotic vlog since I don't have a set plan of things that I want to do. I'm just in such a good mood right now, and I want to take advantage of that and just be happy, I guess, and share that joy with you all as I do mundane things around my apartment that just give me joy. So today is Sunday, September 8th to be more exact, and I have just gotten back from a really nice long walk. I do need to get my video for today up and ready to go, so that is task number one. And then I also really want to head out today and hit up a couple of stores. I want to go to Walmart because I've heard that they have some pretty good stuff in their Halloween section this year. I am a Kroger shopper myself, mostly just because of the gas rewards that you get if you shop at Kroger. That's not like an advertisement or anything. It's just a way that I try to save a little bit of money on gas. But I have heard that Walmart has some pretty fun Halloween decor out right now, so I want to go check that out. And then I also want to go to Home Goods. I want to get some mason jars, but I can't find mason jars the size that I want unless they're in a pack of 12. And I don't want 12 mason jars. I just want one or two good sized mason jars. So I'm thinking the best place for me to go to find that is going to be a place like Home Goods. So I want to go to Home Goods for that. And then inevitably I will be looking at Halloween stuff at Home Goods because I can't go to Home Goods and not look at Halloween decor when it's this time of year. It's just impossible. And then since we're in the area, I figured I could also go to Michael's and see what kind of Halloween stuff they have there. Specifically what Halloween stuff they have on sale, because I don't ever pay full price for anything at Michael's. I wait for it to go on sale and then I buy all of my art supplies, all of my decor, all of that fun stuff. And then after that, I will need to do some meal prepping for the week ahead. And then hopefully I can squeeze in some reading of Assassin's Blade at some point today. So yeah, that is my overall plan for my day today. And I'm excited to take you guys along with me as we fully embrace the fall temperatures and get ready for spooky season. Let's go ahead and just get on into it, shall we? Alrighty friends, hello. Checking back in. Today is Monday and it is about 7 p.m. right now. I haven't filmed anything today because there hasn't been anything to update on. I woke up, got ready for work, went to work, came back home, and I've just been doing stuff around my apartment for the last couple hours. And though there's nothing to update you on for today, I do have things to update you on from yesterday. So I believe the last thing that I mentioned was that I was wanting to go run some errands, do some spooky season shopping, and boy, did I do that. And so I wanted to share with you what I bought yesterday on my little adventure around town. So I ended up going to, how many places did I go? I ended up going to 4 different places yesterday. I went to Walmart, Michael's, Home Goods, and Bath and Body Works yesterday. So I just wanted to share with you the things that I got because they are, for the most part, fall/Halloween themed. Okay, so I guess we'll go ahead and just start with Walmart. So the reason why I went to Walmart was because I saw these bleeding taper candles on like TikTok or Instagram Reels, something like that. They are white candles, but the center is red. So when you burn them and the wax in the center starts to melt, it looks like the candle is bleeding. So I thought those were fun for Halloween. And I ended up getting 8 of them total. I don't know how many of these I will end up actually burning, but I wanted to go ahead and just buy a couple packs so that I have plenty if I do want to burn them or save them for next year. I have 8 now. Next up, Walmart had these cute little like spider web lights. So I got 2 of those and they're supposed to like go in the corners of like doorways, things like that. And then they also had a full spider web, so I got that as well. These are all indoor/outdoor lights, so I can use them in here or I can put them up on my balcony if I want to. So that's why I got both of them, because I may want to put a couple up in here. I may want to put like this big one out there or something. I don't know for sure yet, but I wanted to have options. So I got these 3. Next up, I got this little ghost ceramic spoon rest just to go on my stove. I am also a big stationery girly, so I got a couple Halloween themed notepads. I don't need to tell you, these are ghosts, these are cats. These, I always like to buy a couple every year so that I always have like a backstock of notepads for every season. I think it's a fun little way to celebrate each season. I have Christmas ones, I have Easter ones, I have Valentine ones. So these are just going to add to the backstock of Halloween notepads that I already have. Then I also got this little spiderweb tablecloth. I don't know if I'm going to use it anytime soon, but it seemed like something that would be good to have around. It's reusable. So even if I don't use it this year, I can still have it for like Halloweens in the future. So the next thing that I ended up getting is this throw blanket. It has like this really cute Halloween print all over it, and I have already opened it because I was cold yesterday. So, and then the last thing I got at Walmart is this little Cat Witch Squishmallow. This is my second Squishmallow in the course of like 4 days. But I mean, look at her. I need to put her in front of me so you can actually like fully see her. Look at her. She is so cute. This should just be her channel now, honestly. Like, she's much better on camera talent than I am. Let's be completely honest. But yeah, I thought she was super cute with her little potion bottle and her little hat. The only problem is she has a hole in the bottom right here because I am already emotionally attached to her, and I think there was only one other one of these in the bin. I may just patch it up myself. It seems like a spot where like the machine just like got too close to the edge of the fabric when it was sewing this Squishmallow together. So it's not like a big deal, but I do want to not have a hole in my Squishmallow. So that now means that I own 3 Squishmallows, 2 of which I have bought in the last week. So things are going well, it would seem. Alrighty, so next we're gonna talk about the things that I got from TJ Maxx. The thing that I went to TJ Maxx for is this container. And the reason why I wanted this container is I want to make a sourdough starter so that I can bake more bread. I was one of the many people that got into bread baking during the pandemic because there was no bread to be found pretty much anywhere for a while in March of 2020. So I do have some experience with baking sourdough bread, but I cannot find my mason jars that I used the last time that I had a sourdough starter. And also the mason jars that I used before were like a purple tint, so it was kind of hard to see inside of them. I wanted to get a new jar that was clear so that I could see the sourdough starter easily. And I also like these ones that are like a straight cylindrical shape and not like the mason jar shape, just because I feel like it visually looks better with the sourdough starter. That's just a me thing. But I wanted to get a jar that had a top like this that could completely come off. Most of the jars that they had at HomeGoods were like the mason jar ones that like have a clamp to close them. So that didn't seem like the best option. This seemed like a much better one to me. So that is why I went to HomeGoods, and I did at least get the thing that I went there for. Plus some more stuff, which we will get into now. The next thing I got at HomeGoods is this wooden cutting board. And the reason why I got this is because I, for a while, have wanted just like a generic, nice looking wood cutting board that I specifically use for like charcuterie boards, fruit boards, things like that. And though I do have some wooden cutting boards already, they're ones that I use regularly, so they have like knife scoring on them. They're not like pretty. They are not meant for presenting food. They are meant for preparing food. So I wanted to get an aesthetically pleasing wooden cutting board so that I can have a nice cutting board for when I want to entertain my friends and stuff like that. And it was a pretty good price. It was like $15 for this cutting board. So for like a nice wood cutting board, I don't think that's bad at all. The next thing I got at HomeGoods, this like diagram of butterflies. I was looking for some more wall art for this wall right behind me. And I saw this one, and it specifically reminded me of when I had my internship when I lived in London. I worked for the Linnean Society of London. It is, I believe, the world's oldest botany society. If it is not like the oldest botany society in the world, it's like the oldest, like continually running one or something like that. It's really old, okay? It's been around since like the 1700s, but they had stuff like this in the archives at the Linnean Society, and it just kind of reminded me of when I lived in London, and I felt like it would look good with the other pictures that I have up already. So yeah, I decided to pick that up. It just felt like it would fit in very well on my wall. Okay, so that is all I got at HomeGoods. Then after that, I ventured to Bath & Body Works. And at Bath & Body Works, I did only get the things that I went there for because I really wanted to get some fall hand soaps. Like I mentioned with stationery, I also like to switch out hand soaps with the seasons as well. The one in my bathroom right now is a summer scent. It is like strawberry and poppy or something like that. And I think the only other hand soap that I had that was like kind of fall themed was Sweater Weather, which, at least to me, Sweater Weather makes me think of like November kind of fall and not early fall. So I basically just used that as an excuse to go and buy a bunch of hand soaps. So first up, I got Sweater Weather, another bottle, even though I just said that I have like half a bottle left underneath my sink. One, I didn't realize that I had that under my sink when I was at Bath & Body Works, and two, I do like Sweater Weather. I just probably won't be pulling out Sweater Weather until like November. Then I got Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin, Afternoon Apple Picking, Crisp Morning Air, and Leaves. And these individual hand soaps were 5 for $27, I believe. And then because I know that I really like the scent Leaves, I went ahead and got one of the big refills of Leaves as well. So we got a lot of leaves to get through this fall. So this will probably be the first one that I put out. And if I get tired of it, I can switch it out with any of the other ones that I have as well. Let me just smell it again. Oh yeah, that's good. Crisp apple. The first note is crisp apple. Can you tell I like apples? Oh my gosh, I totally forgot something from TJ Maxx. I also got this water bottle. It's just sitting next to me because this is the water bottle that I've been using all of today. So I forgot to mention it because I am actively using it as a water bottle. So good purchase, I guess. At least my money is not going to waste. But it did come with this really cute UT print. I really like that it looks like I stuck a bunch of stickers on here, but I didn't. This is just how it came. I thought this was super cute. And I don't know who's gonna remember this, but when I went to London last year, I had a Camelback water bottle that was like similar material. It was insulated, and I got it specifically for my London trip. I got it literally on the way to the airport, and then I left it on the plane coming home, and I lost it. So I owned that water bottle for like a week before I just straight up lost it on a plane. So now I have this one to replace it, which this one's way cuter anyways. The Camelback one that I had was just plain black, so I'm very happy with this purchase as well. But yes, little intermission because I forgot to tell you about this cute water bottle that I got. And we have one more place to talk about. It is simultaneously one of my favorite stores and also one of my least favorite, solely because of the damage that it does to my wallet every time I walk in there. But I went to Michael's. Yes, that's right. I did venture into Michael's as well. And I did some damage, not as much as I was expecting, honestly. The Michael's by me didn't have that much Halloween stuff that I was really that into, surprisingly. Usually their stuff's really good, but I feel like their display this year was just kind of lacking. Or maybe I just felt like I already got my fill of Halloween stuff from Walmart. Who knows, honestly. But I did get some fun things. And I guess we'll go ahead and start with the non-Halloween things, which I think this is the only non-Halloween thing that I bought. But I got these little paw print kit things for our two dogs, Sadie and Junior. They were only $10. It says on the box there's no mixing, no baking, no mess. So I'm gonna hold it to that, and we're gonna test it out and see, because we're gonna try to get two fairly large dogs to cooperate long enough to do this. So that should be fun. Junior shouldn't be that bad. It's gonna be Miss Sadie that's gonna be weird about it, because she already doesn't like me touching her paws. So we'll see. But I got these. And then, shocker, I did find a Halloween paint by number kit that I thought was super cute. It's like a little haunted house graveyard situation. Ooh. I almost dropped that on my camera. But yeah, so I got this paint by number kit. As far as the paint by number kits go, this looks like it's one of the more easy ones. Just from looking at the pattern on the back, it might not seem like it, but this looks pretty easy compared to some of the other ones that I did. Like this one had a lot of itty bitty spaces to fill in. The cow one also had a lot of teeny tiny spots to paint in. So I feel like this should be a fun way to get in the mood for spooky season. Maybe I can paint this while watching like Hocus Pocus or something like that. Can you tell that I'm just very excited that it's like starting to be fall again? I always joke that I have reverse seasonal depression, but I don't think it's a joke anymore. I think I literally do have reverse seasonal depression, because like, who gets this excited for it to be September? Anyways, spooky season is upon us, and I don't care if people think that it's too early to celebrate. I'm going to celebrate because I want to feel serotonin in my brain. Next up, I saw these little drink bag things. They're like blood bags, and then you can fill them with like a red cocktail, like a vodka cranberry or something like that. And then it'll kind of look like people are sipping out of bags of blood. I just thought that was cute. I don't have any plans to like host a Halloween party as of right now. There are 6 of them in a pack, and I did get 2, so I have 12 total. I got these little lacy spider lamp cover things. I do have 2 lamps in my living room that I thought that these would look cute on. Next up, I got this little wooden sign thing that has part of the Raven on it. And as many of you could probably guess, I do really like Edgar Allan Poe. This here is a quote from Eleonora, which was written by Edgar Allan Poe. The book right below it is a collection of poems and short stories by Edgar Allan Poe. Right here is a pocket version of The Fall of the House of Usher and Other Stories that I used to carry around with me in high school, because I was that girl. And it is bookmarked to the pit and the pendulum with what I believe is a baklava recipe. Is that what this is? Yeah, it's bookmarked with a baklava recipe that I printed out in like 2009. In case you needed a vision of the kind of person that I was in high school, that's it. I'm really just outing myself as a nerd in this reading vlog, but all that to say, I love Edgar Allan Poe, okay? He's a weird little dude, and we love him for it. So yes, I now have this little plaque of the Raven. And honestly, this may just end up being part of my regular home decor. I feel like a lot of my Halloween decor could qualify as regular home decor for the aesthetic that I have. But yeah, they had other ones. They had like Dracula and Frankenstein and stuff like that. But like, obviously, the Raven is more my speed. So the Raven is the one that I got. Next up, I found this little crystal ball. It does light up. Yeah, so I'll need to put some AAAs in here. Here, I can go get some batteries actually. Yeah, so I found this little crystal ball and it does light up. It is battery operated and I just thought it was so cute. It was the only one that I saw in Michael's, so maybe the other one sold out or maybe I just didn't see the rest of them. But in any case, I thought this was super cute. I was ready to buy it before I even realized that it actually lights up. So the fact that it does light up and it's battery powered just makes it all the better for me. But yeah, so I got this little crystal ball. And the last thing that I got at Michael's was this little planchette pillow. I thought it was super cute. I think it'll look really good on my couch, you know, with my Halloween blanket and my squishmallows. Like these just, they go together, right? Thought this was super cute. All of the Halloween stuff at Michael's was on sale. I don't buy anything full price at Michael's. That is a rule of thumb, a boundary that I will not cross, because Michael's is always having a sale. And if they're not, when you go there, they will be soon. So just go back in like 2 days. It'll probably be on sale. Whatever you're wanting, it will probably be on sale, or there will be a coupon that you can use. Just don't pay full price at Michael's, okay? That is the moral of this story. Never pay full price at Michael's. Anyways, planchette pillow. Bruh. Wow. The train is really off the rails today, I would say. So yeah, that is the last thing that I picked up on my little outing yesterday. Did I read anything? I did listen to a bit more of The Better Sister while I was out gallivanting yesterday, but I don't have much else to update on thoughts wise. I do still have, I think, around 2.5 hours left of the audiobook, and I don't know if I'll listen to it tonight or not, but I do want to get up and go for either a walk or a run in the morning. It's supposed to be in the 60s in the morning, and I really want to take advantage of the cool weather now that it's finally here, and I'm so excited about it. So yeah, we'll see. Either way, I have plenty of time to finish it before my lunchtime book club meeting tomorrow. So we will definitely have a final verdict on that book by the end of this reading vlog. So that is the end of this update right now. I don't really have much else planned tonight. It is about 7:30 right now. I've been yapping for quite a while. So I think that I'm probably just going to take a shower, get ready for bed, and then read some more of Assassin's Blade. I feel like because this is split up into short stories, it kind of makes it less daunting, I feel. Like, yeah, I'm only on page 34 of 435 pages, and that does sound like I am not far at all. But I am 34 pages of the way through a 75-page story, which sounds infinitely easier if you ask me. So I kind of like how it's structured because it is making these prequel stories that I might not necessarily care all that much about easier to get. I do enjoy the short story format, and I think that it is a nice change of pace from like the behemoth books that are to come. But in any case, I think that this will probably be my read for the evening, and then we'll see. Hopefully I can get my butt out of bed early enough in the morning so that I can get some exercise in before going to work. That is it. I will check in with you guys a little bit later. Bye. Alrighty, friends. Good morning. It is the next morning. Today is Tuesday, and I did not wake up early because I forgot to plug in my phone last night, and it died in the middle of the night. So I didn't have an alarm to wake me up this morning. Luckily, I naturally wake up around like 7:30 or 8, so I woke up at 8 a.m. It is now close to 8:45. So alas, I did not have time to enjoy the beautiful morning. I instead jumped out of bed and got ready as quickly as I could, and now I have to head off to work. So unfortunately, I didn't get to enjoy my nature time this morning, but hopefully I can make up for that later this week. I think that the weather should be good for the rest of the week, at least in the mornings, so let's hope and pray that I can actually plug my phone in tonight so that I can take advantage of it tomorrow morning. But yeah, aside from that, obviously I haven't done any reading this morning. I still need to finish The Better Sister, so I'm gonna start listening to that as soon as I get in my car, and I will be listening to that for the rest of the morning before my workbook club meeting. I need to get going and get started with my day, so I will check in with you guys a little bit later. Bye. morning, y'all. Checking back in. It's been a few days. It's been a little while since we last spoke. I believe the last time we spoke was on Tuesday before work, and I was talking about how I overslept and I needed to finish The Better Sister before my book club meeting. I had gotten my dates mixed up, and our book club meeting isn't until next Tuesday on the 17th, so I didn't have to rush to finish the book. So instead of just powering through it on Tuesday morning, I've been taking smaller chunks of it over the last day or so. And I have, I believe, a little over an hour left in the book, maybe like an hour and a half. And I really don't know what way this is gonna go. The author hasn't really done much to give any hints as to who the murderer in this book would be. I mean, we have a suspect. Like, there's someone literally on trial right now, but like, we have not been convinced that that person did or did not commit this murder. So I'm anticipating that's gonna be a pretty big reveal, like in the last hour or so of the book. But in any case, I will probably be finishing that pretty soon, so we will get a final verdict on how I'm feeling about the book once the twist is revealed. And then aside from The Better Sister, I have been reading on my Kindle in bed at night. I just haven't been filming it, but I have been reading. So I believe I'm about 30% of the way through this random romance that I picked up on one of the Stuff Your Kindle days that's called The Roommate Situation. I didn't really know anything about it. And last week I was really wanting to read in bed, but I didn't want to read Assassin's Blade. I didn't want to read a thriller. I wanted something that was just an easy read that didn't really require much world building or much complicated thought on my side. So I decided that The Roommate Situation would probably be the perfect easy read for me in that situation. And I'm just slowly moseying my way through it when I read in bed at night. And I believe I'm about like 80 or so pages in, and it's fine. It's not the best written book that I've ever read. I definitely have been taking some notes as I've been reading, so I feel like those will be fun to go back and revisit when I'm done reading the book. Just different like writing tools that are used that I am maybe not the biggest fan of. And there's just like some logical fallacies going on. Like, for example, our main character Jess at one point in this book wants to make Connor, the love interest, waffles because he cooked her dinner one night, so she was like, I'm gonna make you some food as well. And there's like this joke about how he doesn't do breakfast, so she was like, I'm gonna make him waffles. And then so she makes the batter and everything, and then realizes that there is not a waffle iron in this house that she is living in. And like, okay, so you can't do waffles, but you know what you can still do is pancakes, because they're essentially exactly the same batter. You just put it in a pan instead of putting it in a waffle iron and you'll be fine. But what does the main character do? She pulls out a George Foreman grill and tries to make waffles on a George Foreman grill. And like, I get that it's supposed to be like, you know, a cutesy thing. Like, she tried to make dinner, but she didn't have the right things, so she like messed it up, but you know, she tried her best. And then they end up going out to Waffle House instead. But like, I just feel like the author could have picked literally like any other food for her to mess up and it would have the same effect. Like, the waffles just seemed like such a silly choice because there is a very easy way to still get the same breakfast vibe when you don't have a waffle iron. Like, did she not have skillets either? Did she not have a pan lying around that she could pour the batter into and make pancakes? Like, she describes this George Foreman grill as like being covered in stale grease. Like, I just don't understand why that is the option that she went with. But yeah, so it's stuff like that in the book that I'm just like, why would you do that? Why is this even like a plot point in the book, you know? There are so many alternatives that could have been so much better than this specific plot point. But those are all like nitpicky things and me just using my brain too much in a book that I literally just said I wanted to be like an easy read where I don't have to use my brain a lot. But what can I say? I can't turn off my brain even when I want to. We can reduce the level of operation, but the level is never reaching zero. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, and those are basically the main two books that I've been working on this week. As of right now, it is 8:30 a.m., so I need to get ready to log on to work for the day. That is about it for me for now, and I will check back in with you guys a little bit later when I have some more stuff to say. Alrighty friends, time for one more check-in for this week's reading vlog, and then we will be done. Today is Sunday, and I know I've done a terrible job of like doing consistent updates throughout the week, and I don't really think I have much of a reason for that other than it just skipped my mind a little bit. But as I said earlier and throughout this video, I have been reading. I've just been really bad about like actually filming it. But I wanted to hop on here and just close out this week's reading vlog with a little, hopefully quick and concise summary of the things that I did this week. So I only finished one book, and that was The Better Sister. And I ended up giving it 3.5 stars. It was very interesting. I did enjoy the structure of the book. It just didn't really ever grip me that much. And I think that has to do with the fact that there weren't very many clues we were given throughout the book to really be able to come to the correct conclusion of who the real murderer was on our own, if that makes any sense. There were some things that were brought up repeatedly, but they either were only tangentially related to the actual murder, or they were just straight up red herrings. And I don't think there was much to really point to the correct conclusion, which, if you've been around for a while, you've heard me complain about in the past, how I'm not a huge fan of thrillers that make the culprit a minor character, because like, of course, I'm not gonna figure out that the murderer was a character that was not that present throughout most of the story, or we are given such little information about that I have nothing to go on to even suspect them. But that's my own personal opinion. I still thought it was a pretty good story. I thought it was told fairly well, but I thought it could have done a better job of being a little bit more gripping throughout it. As you would have seen even just watching this video, I was initially set to finish it on Monday. I did not finish it until this morning, on Sunday morning. And I think that's just because I was not really that captivated, at least not to the point where I wanted to know what was going on and figure out the mystery right then and there. So it ended up taking me until today to finish it. With that being said, I still gave it a 3.5. I still thought it was pretty good, but I don't think it will be one that I will immediately think of when someone asks me for a thriller recommendation. Now, aside from that one book, I did not finish any other books this week. I did make progress in the roommate situation, which you would have heard me just complaining a little bit about. I am about 100 pages in right now, and I believe it has about like 270 pages total in the Kindle version, so a little over a third of the way through, so not too shabby there. Then obviously I am still making my way through Assassin's Blade. I think I've only read about 10 more pages. I'm still on the first story, so like not a ton to report on that one either. I did include like one clip of me reading it in this video because that was literally the only time that I picked it up this week. But give me a little bit of a break, okay? I've been cleaning, I've been decorating, as you can see. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the reading recap for the week. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading vlog slash spooky haul, I guess. Since a good chunk of this video ended up being a haul of the things that I bought when I went Halloween shopping last weekend. In any case, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and leave me a like down below. Let me know. You should also subscribe while you're down there because I put out new videos every single weekend. And just a little teaser for you, I am getting ready to embark on the Lord of the Rings trilogy fairly soon. I was going to start it this weekend, but I didn't get around to it with all of the cleaning and stuff that I've been doing. So I didn't actually start it in this reading vlog, but it is waiting in the wings for me to start, actually waiting on my bookshelf because I have pulled it out, but I have not actually sat down and started it. So look forward to that coming soon. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.